Cody, could you tell us about your involvement in the Zeller Sports Academy and running camps, and how's that helping others?
Yeah, my family, Luke kind of started the Distinction Basketball Camp, and my whole family kind of helps with it. They do Christian basketball camps, and that's kind of the draw is basketball, and then they teach them about values and stuff like that. So it's a neat program, but I help with it in the summers when I can.
Question here on the right side of the room.
Jordan, can you talk about the three-pointers in the first game with Kentucky, not just Christians but the others, and how important you think that's going to be tomorrow night?
Yeah, we're definitely a good three-point shooting team, and it's things that we look for, obviously. But it comes from when we throw it inside of the big guy, and he finds us on the perimeter. And as long as we take the open shots, that's what we got to take. And like I said, Cody's going to find us if we're open, and as long as we have good ball movement, it's be all right.
Question again on the right.
Yeah, Christian, the Kentucky guys have talked quite a bit about the fact that they got tired of seeing that ESPN commercial, seeing the shot so many times. I wonder, from your perspective, what's it like that every time you turn ESPN on, there's that shot again?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I see it a lot, but, I mean, you just, at some point, you just get used to it, and, you just kind of see it all the time. I mean, ESPN do a great job at showing it.
Question on the right side of the room.
Guys, first of all, congratulations on getting this far. This is kind of a new experience for all you guys, and certainly the last 3 years under coach has not been this. People want to talk about lack of experience in the NCAA tournament. Does that all go away after the first couple of rounds, in your opinion?
Jordan, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, there's other guys who have more experience out there, but we feel like we're just as good as anybody in this tournament. And, once that first game was out of the way, the first game jitters, we were able to, play our game. And as long as we can do that, we'll be all right.
Questions? Questions in the back on the left.
I'm sure you guys have watched tape since your December game. Both coaches have said that both teams have improved since the game in December. How do you think you guys in particular have improved? And then what you've seen of Kentucky, how do you think they are different than they were in December?
Christian, you want to answer that?
Yeah, well, I feel like we're playing with a lot more confidence than we were playing with back then. And as far as Kentucky, they're gelling a lot better. They were kind of young. It was this, the season was at the beginning. So, I mean, they're getting their chemistry together. So, I mean, they're a lot better basketball team.
Cody, you have anything to add?
I mean, just like he said, just little things here and there. Players have developed quite a bit, and it's a long season, and I think everyone's kind of improved quite a bit throughout the year.
Questions for the student athletes? Raise your hand here in the front on the left.
Jordan, Remy didn't play in the first game against them. What kind of advice do you give them, and give him on just how to go about defending their quick guards?
Just play the way that he's played for us all year. He's had big minutes for us, and we have a lot of confidence in him as long as he goes in there and plays his game and does what we need him to do. But he's done a great job of that thus far, and he's just got to keep his man in front of him and get the ball where he needs to go.
Questions? Raise your hand. We'll get the microphone to you. Question on the right.
Christian, what's been the key to the resurgence here in this Indiana basketball program?
Well, we're just together more than anything. We're a great team, and we play team basketball. We share the basketball with the best of them, and that's basically how we play.
Question on the right.
I'm assuming that you guys didn't do a lot of losing in high school. When you're going through what it is the last couple of years, the idea that you're to this point, I know you wished maybe a couple of more trips to the NCAAs, but is this a little bit sweeter now that you guys have actually gone through this process of, now as the gentleman just said, getting Indiana basketball back?
Jordan, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, it was definitely tough going through those past couple of years. I know Cody hasn't really experienced that as much, but it was definitely tough on us. But I feel like we built a lot of character through that, going through that adversity, and it does make it a whole lot better this year that all our hard work's paying off that we put in the off season and so forth. So it's a good feeling, and we're honored.
Questions? Question here in the front in the middle.
Cody, during your childhood, Indiana basketball, obviously since that one Final Four in 2002, wasn't what it was in the years before. So when you were growing up in middle school and high school, what was your impression of Indiana basketball?
I mean, throughout my life, Indiana basketball hasn't been real great, like you said, other than the year they went to the championship. But once I got into the recruiting process, I kind of, got to know Coach Crean and these guys, and got to know the program pretty well. So I had confidence in what Coach Crean was doing in the program, and I based my decision on that.
Question on the right.
For Jordan and Christian. Coach Crean was in here and said last year he just gave you a week off before you started weightlifting and preparing for this year. Was there ever a time over the last couple of years where you guys wondered whether it was going to turn around?
Jordan, if you want to start.
No, not at all. I knew, coming into the program when I made my decision to come here, that was what we wanted to do. Bring this program back to where it was. Obviously, it was very difficult, like I said, to go through that, but I never had any doubt that Coach Crean was going to get us and the players were going to work as hard as we were going to do in order to get those wins and start turning this program around. So I never had any doubt in us.
Christian?
Oh yeah, I didn't either. I mean, I had no doubts with this program. The way we were constantly working and we were making changes as individuals and as a team. I mean, we just constantly, stayed at it and constantly grinded and got better.
Any other questions? We have time for one more question. Nothing else? Okay, guys, thank you very much, and best of luck tomorrow night.